Number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Breakfast with Karam and Aaron.
I tell you, radio is a world that has to be believed to be seen.
Starts now.
you know what that means?
Do I have to do all of that again? Because it was pretty awesome.
You've already done the intro.
But it's awesome. I don't mind doing it again.
Yeah, but what if you go to him and then you've hung up on him again?
Nah, I can hear him still there, so I can do it again. Shall I do it again?
Oh, go on, man.
All right.
Make yourself feel better.
Johnny us online this morning. The man, 40 grand. And when he's not, starring in famous movies and doing nationwide tours, he's also a judge on the X Factor. It's great to have him on the show this morning. Stan, the man, Walker. Morena, bro. It worked that time. Yes.
Sorry for hanging up on you, bro.
I was thinking, hey, all I heard was this, and I was like, hey.
That was his fault.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
I'm blaming that other lady that was on the phone. Anyway, tēnā koe, my mate. How are you feeling this morning, brother?
Yeah, good. I'm up. So I'm up.
You up?
Oh, man. First and foremost, congratulations on what has been an absolutely amazing last few years for you, Stan. And I still have vivid memories of this young Māori boy being on Australian Idol and then ending up winning Australian Idol and standing on the stage outside of the Sydney Opera House, and you're singing in front of thousands of people. There's fireworks going off in the background. Everyone's cheering and screaming. Would that still feature as one of your all-time life highlights, bro?
Oh, of course, it was the moment that I realised I was going to be a singer, like, for real. And I was like, oh, wow, this is... I can't believe this is happening.
And it's been only a roller coaster ride since then. I mean, you've started your own movie in Mount Zion. You've released multiple albums both in New Zealand and Australia. Have been incredibly successful. And now, brother, you've put your hand up to be a judge on the X Factor. How did you start with that experience? Where did that come from? And who approached you to be a judge on the show?
Oh, I was actually the first one to be approached. I got approached like mid last year.
Wow.
And it's been in talks for a while, and I was like, okay, then sweet as. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a cool thing. And I thought about it for a while, and then, had a few meetings with the producers and everything, and then, it started to happen. I was like, you know what, this is an awesome opportunity to, speak into the next generation of artists. This is an awesome opportunity to come home and to speak into people that, being brought up just like me, and I'm a little bit biased. I was rooting for all our Māori people on there.
So now that sadly all of your contestants have been voted off, and I was a huge Tay William fan, especially Mark Afesu, I still think to this day has one of the best voices in Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Definitely.
But now that all of your contestants have been voted off, are you still kind of biased? Is it hard to choose one person in particular who you think who could potentially take out the competition?
See, like, my mind changes every day because of everyone has different strengths. Whenua's got the best voice, hands down. Then you've got, I can see Morehouse being big artists in New Zealand and Australia, and, potentially going everywhere. The same thing with Get 5. I just think that that all the contestants are just missing something at the moment. Whatever it may be, they're missing something that's going to actually help them become that artist. At the moment, they're just starting out just like I was and everything, and there's still something missing in everyone.
Hey, bro, is it we see it on TV, and we only get to kind of make our judgments based on what we see on TV and stuff, but explain to us really what it's really like to be a judge on the X Factor. We see, like I said, we see what we see on TV, but how difficult is it for you to actually judge on that show?
Ah, man, it's full on, eh? Like, I never ever thought it would be this hard, and like, just it's quite daunting. Like, you get to tell people, like, we get permission to tell people if they're good or not and say yes or no to them. And, being in this part of the competition, where it's the top 12 and, now it's the top 6 or whatever, we've formed relationships and bonds with them that it's hard to judge them without being personal, because we hang out with them, we know them, we laugh with them, we catch up with them, we eat with them and everything, and they become our friends. So it's like when we get on that table, sometimes it's hard to separate off work and being on the panel and being a judge and judging them, and so and that's why it hurts a little bit more for them, is to hear us be so honest. But it's challenging, because I have to be aware of their feelings and their situations and everything, and people might not agree with my decisions or what I say, but they don't know them. All they see is them singing. But I hear the rehearsals, man, some people are better, some people are not. And we know what we're talking about because we know them. We sit with them, we work with them, we listen to them, we help them, and they're growing and we're growing, and if they're not showing up on the night, they're going to get it.
Yeah. As a judge, do you prefer to watch a rehearsal of their performance, or would you rather it just all be revealed on the night?
Well, in terms of my contestants, I used to watch everything.
Obviously.
I was there early in the morning, watching every rehearsal, all dance rehearsals. But now we have one dress rehearsal and then the rehearsal. It's good because you can see how good they really are when it comes to a live show.
Yeah.
Because when in the live environment where there's the crowd, the lights, the cameras, it changes and it separates the artists from the singers. But at the same time, it shows who needs more help, or there's a lot of things.
Yeah, cool, bro. Cool.
Talking about decisions, Stan, have to admit last week's decision. Last week's decision, you had the what do you call it?
The lives of the contestants in the palm of your hand.
The deciding vote, bro. Deciding vote. Benny or Tom? I honestly thought you would go Tom, and you went Benny. It's like, wow, you're gonna keep. Okay, so what kind of really made the final decision for you, bro, to basically send Tom home?
Well, it came down to, like, at the end of the day, we want someone that's going to sell. I believe they both will sell records. They'll both be touring artists. But in terms of mainstream radio, who's going to be on there? Who would benefit from being more in the having at least one more week in the competition?
Yeah.
And who would benefit to starting now? So it came down to that, and I think that of all the people that are still in the top 6 or whatever, Tom is the only one that's ready to go right now. Because we hang out with him, we talk to him, and he's always like, man, I can't wait to get back into play, I'm ready to tour. And that to me is kind of like, you're ready, because this is basically just a preparation for what's about to happen. This is not the whole thing. This is not their career. Their career starts after this. He's ready now. Benny still needs to benefit from the show. And still needs more growth. And it's almost like he still needs us a little bit more.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
There's a lot of sense in that decision, Stan. Thank you for that. All right, moving on to something that is close and near and dear to our hearts. Daniel Benningfield, how long before you're going to punch him in the face, bro? Punch him in the face. Hey?
I tell you what, I won't lie. I've in my mind, I've done it a few times.
Don't worry, so have we.
Yeah, we have
multiple times.
And in fact, we've actually verbalised the thoughts.
Like, he's CBO, and he does his thing, I do my thing.
Yeah.
But when you're being completely irrelevant, and especially when you don't know the contestants, or you're not actually spending time with them, let alone spending time with his own contestants, I think that he should just,
Total, bro.
Touch his wow.
And you know what I like about it, Stan, is that I could feel the animosity last week.
You could.
I could feel it. He'd make like these little nice gestures, and there'd be nothing from you, no emotion. He'd just go, "I didn't say that. I don't do that."
Like he's trying to talk to me like he goes, I don't want to speak, buddy, but he goes, and everybody was telling me about it, and I was like, he was just annoying me when I'm trying to think. I go, mate, you just need to stay in your little corner.
In the red corner.
But you know what? At the end of the day, like, I do love the bro, even though he's crazy as and he makes me angry sometimes. like, you know, he's still the bro, and you know, I don't know.
Well, hey, Stan, let's talk about you now.
Yes, that's
Mount
right.
Zion. Tell us about Mount Zion, bro.
Oh, Mount Zion, far out. It was a bit of a journey too, but like a emotional journey like this thing. X Factor, but no, it was awesome. One of my best favourite experiences I've ever had in my life. Just being, first of all, just acting. Second of all, being in a movie, and I get to be in a movie with amazing actors. You know, there's Tuwharetoa Morrison, Mariana Smith, David Kaipō, Troy Kingi, Darcy Flavel, like all these amazing actors, you know, Maria Walker. Maria is the man. She played Manua, the kizzy on there, and she is our boast. But, yeah, like I loved it, eh? Just the movie was basically like just fully, they were all about, you know, whakawhanainatana and just really, like it was all for one for all, and that's what the movie was about, and we lived that too when we were doing the film, and that was me, eh?
Awesome. Hey, Stan, during New Zealand Music Month, we had the chance to talk to Darcy and Troy.
Yeah, we did too.
And we asked them both who had the worst habit on set.
You got to rate them now?
I am. And they actually said you.
Oh, what did they say? Nah.
They basically said that you were the one that at the end of the night, we were like, come on, boys, we've got to get up early in the morning and, you know, get ready and whatever else. They were always up early and you were still snoring.
There we go.
Let me just never say that.
All right.
Hold on, let me just interject for a second. They weren't doing the hours I was doing. Those niggas, I was up early. Because I wasn't on every scene, so I was the first one on set and the last one to leave. So when they're talking about habits and all this stuff, I was working hard, man. It was a change. Some of them had days off, I didn't have days off.
So now you get to tell your side of the story. So who do you think had the worst habits when it comes to filming Mount Zion, bro?
Oh, geez, who had the worst habit? Oh, actually, I probably did have the worst habit, but, you know. Actually, maybe Troy. Yeah. Like, what do you mean habits? What do you mean habits?
Whatever.
Wouldn't
like
shower.
Something, you know, sometimes you're just like, man, that annoys me a little.
Actually...
Come on, bro, you can tell us.
You can do it.
You're all good.
You know, it was Tim. He's the actor, but he was trying to direct all the time. But, you know, it was mean ass, but it's like, okay, Papa. And everybody, like the director's counter for sitting there and waiting for Tim to finish so he can actually direct. It wasn't so much a bad habit, but it was crack up. Nah, he's the man, though.
Old Uncle Tim, man.
I love that. That is awesome. Love it.
Oh,
he just took over the show.
I love that. Love that with a passion. All right, my mate, we are looking forward to your world tour in New Zealand, or your world tour of New Zealand over the months of September and October 2013. And you're coming to our beautiful rohi o Tuwharetoa. You got a performance in Taupo, bro?
Yeah, bro, it's going to be mean. Like, I can't wait to, because I get to do all my new songs, old songs, not so old songs, and and bring my band and just show, like, you know, really who I am and what I am and what I'm about to, and, like, you know, and saying what I'm about. Like, I'm all about the little places. I'm from a little village on a hill on the marae. You know, that's how there was 20-something houses, and they're all my whānau. And so, like, that's why, you know, I'm trying to get every little place in. And, man, Taupo is one of the best places in New Zealand. The water there is lovely, man. Oh, it's mean.
It's cold during winter.
I won't be careful some in the winter.
Yeah, well, a certain co-host had to jump in the river this morning, Karam?
Oh, Matua. Stan, we have weekly challenges, and I actually lost this week's weekly challenge, and the consequence was to go for a bit of a morning dip in Tuwharetoa, and it's safe to say
stuff, Dad.
Not a good idea during winter. I tried my best to catch some trout, but to no avail, unfortunately.
Not with those white leaves, mate.
Awesome. Hey, Stan, we have taken up enough of your time, but we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us on the show, bro. And hopefully, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it out there. Our studio is based in our small, beautiful town of Turangi. So, bro, if ever you rush through or come through, you just pop in for a visit, okay, my mate?
Fully.
We got some real on bread. We'll find some.
Oh, I'm there. You,
Some boiler.
bro, the weight of my heart is through my puku, bro.
And some trout.
I know all of us Māori are the same. just quickly before we go though, Stan, Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori next week. I'm looking forward to that. Ka rea kore. But I'm just throwing it out there. I've seen you really get in touch with your taha Māori while you've kind of been in New Zealand. Is there a chance of Stan Walker releasing some Te Reo Māori music anytime soon, my mate?
Well, there may be something, maybe. Maybe.
If you need a collab, you come see me, all right? Ka pai wa.
Cheers, bro.
Well,
Kia ora,
ko te
bro.
tūmanako kia pai tōra. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning, and we'll look forward to hopefully catching up again soon, bro.
Fully, bro, me koe hoki papa.
Ka pai. Ka ki te hoa.
Cheers, bro.
Ka ki te.
Stan Te Mene Walker. His middle name is actually The Man. I forgot to say that. His middle name is actually The Man. I'm sure it is. Positive it is. Our latest track from Stan The Man Walker. We're going to jam it now. Then we'll have a quick half-hour weather update, latest in entertainment news, and we wrap things up with our final thoughts of the day. So still plenty to come. Latest from Stan, though, who performed it live on X Factor. He's the man. It's Bulletproof. Kuri no kia koutou kore taringa mai tēnei rā. Atamari e.